Well, guys, thank you so much for turning to this brand new video. This is not the first time Trump fell asleep live on camera. I'm literally shocked. He's a president of USA. It's very important video. I'm gonna share this story with you, and I just want to show what Trump is just doing live on camera. Please have a look at this important video.
So check this out. Donald Trump just humiliated himself on the world stage once again because for some reason he thought a cabinet meeting in the Oval Office, a press conference that they were holding, was a good time to take a nap. To catch up on some sleep that maybe he lost last night when he was posting on social media. And so in the middle of all of these people behind him talking about healthcare reforms and price reductions on medication, he is out like a light.
He doesn't sleep so much because he's always busy posting on Truth Social. You know, in 24 hours, he posts so much on Truth Social.
They're even trying to get him to wake up by saying his name, hoping that he jolts awake, and he does, but he is just trying to catch up on some REM sleep. So I'm going to play these clips for you, and then later we'll also take a look at him struggle to answer some questions from the media. But let's just start here with one of two clips of him falling asleep. Please make sure to subscribe down below to support the show, to support the channel. Drop a like on the video as well, comment. It really goes such a long way. It helps supports Gen Z media and helps, push back on Donald Trump and MAGA. And so let's start with this clip right here where Trump is just seen falling asleep. He is out. Watch.
Travis, who was born without the ability to hear.
He's sleeping. Literally, he's tired. Why he's always tired?
As you heard from Sierra. And the same company and the same dedicated team of scientists that helped save
Wake up, President, wake up.
life
Okay.
also delivered a first of its kind gene therapy known as Otarmany. So Travis can now hear his mother, as she told you, tell him that she loves him. Hard to think of a greater gift. And just like you, Mr. President, who made our antibody treatment for COVID free for all Americans and thus saved many lives, we have made the decision, the unprecedented corporate commitment to provide this first of its kind gene therapy for hearing loss free to all the children in the United States who can benefit from it. And we do this, why? To hopefully highlight the power.
He don't want to listen to that person. He just want to sleep badly.
Disruptive biotech innovation and all the good that it can bring.
Like, I cannot believe what we're watching right here. And I cannot believe that this is something that's just like happens and nobody really talks about it. Folks in the media don't inquire to the White House. Like, why exactly is the president of the United States falling asleep in the middle of these meetings? I mean, he is out like a light in some of these clips. And only when they say Mr. President or, Trump or whatever to alert his attention, then he jolts awake. And here's another clip of same thing, Trump falling asleep.
We continue our work on negotiating international trade agreements. 59 days after we stood in this office and President Trump, standing with Albert Bourla from Pfizer, announced the first of the 17 MFN deals, together with our colleagues from the Department of Commerce under Secretary Lutnick's leadership and from the U.S. Trade Representative's office under the leadership of Ambassador Greer, we negotiated a landmark.
That's so much. He is sleeping for a long time.
Agreement with the government of the United Kingdom, in which they agreed to increase significantly the amount that they spend on branded pharmaceuticals for the first time in 26 years. That work continues with other countries. And third, we will continue our work with our partners in Congress to codify the principles that underpin these most favored nation deals so that these savings for American families and this innovation that is unleashed at the same time persists for decades to come.
You can see his eyelids being closed.
Yeah.
Just look at this image. Just look at this image. This is America. The president of the United States in the middle of a meeting, passed out. And the people around behind him are constantly saying his name, saying Donald Trump, president, all these things to keep him awake, and he's just not doing it. He just isn't. He'll jolt awake and then go back to sleep. We have never seen anything like this in the United States of America, and it is so weird to me how so many in MAGA, and as I mentioned, like mainstream media folks who just pretend like it's not happening. There's no questions to Caroline Levitt like, So like, can you explain this? Like, why is he falling asleep? I mean, we've had reports from behind the scenes of the White House telling Trump, begging him to try to stay awake during these meetings because it's obviously a bad look. And not only is it a bad look, but it's concerning. Like, I think Americans should be nervous that in the middle of the day at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a workday, on a Thursday, the president of the United States is out like a light. He's passed out.
The people that are Republican, they will say President Trump is sleeping because he is working so much. Even he's working his during his sleep time for the people of USA. That's why he is sleeping in a meeting.
That should concern everybody, I think. And the insanity didn't stop there, because not only is the president of the United States falling asleep, the members of his administration are further proving to us that they are certified idiots. And just like, look at this clip. RFK Jr. starts talking in the Oval Office about his alternative math. For some reason, the Trump administration, when it comes to prices or medication prices, they just employ a different type of math, which is called non-existent. I mean, that's what it is. It's not mathematically possible. It's not a thing. And they say, like, we've reduced drug prices by 600%, which is not possible. It is not a thing. And yet they insist that this is the case. So RFK Jr. was in the Oval Office talking about an exchange he had with a Democratic senator yesterday, where he talks on his alternative math, his non-existent math, which is just not a thing. And we are governed by idiots. Just watch.
I was reminded when the president was speaking of a conversation that I had yesterday with one of the Democratic senators who was questioning me during a hearing, and she was ridiculing President Trump for his math, and she was saying it's mathematically impossible to have a drug drop by 600% cost, which he had claimed. The drug was $100, and it raised the price to $600. That would be a 600% rise. Well, if it drops from 600 to 100, that's a 600% savings. And the president used that mathematical device to illustrate the magnitude of the theft that has been happening against our country and our people, as he said.
Well, guys,
Dumb.
it was a video. I just want to say President Trump is sleeping. He is not sleeping for the very first time. We have seen, and I'm tired now after watching so many videos of President Trump sleeping during important meeting on world stage, in Oval Office meeting. That's insane. Trump is just an embarrassment for the Republicans right now, for the Americans. Now, Republicans will say how they can defend. Even Press Secretary Trump, she comes every time and she says she defends President Trump every time. What will she say now? President Trump is kind of sleeping. He's looking tired. He's not active. I was listening to former President Obama. He was very strong. Still, he was very strong. And Trump always used to mock Biden for being aged, for Sleepy Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe. Do you remember those words? What if we use those words for President Trump? And everybody is watching now. What is your opinion? What do you want to say about this video? Please let me know in the comment section, guys. I just don't want to disrespect president, but that's what Americans don't like. America is a superpower country, and so what President Trump is just doing, sometimes he says, I don't like successful people around me. So I want losers around me. I don't want to listen their success stories. Please consider subscribing if you're new to this channel. It means a lot to me, and please excuse my accent as well. I'm not a native speaker. I'm just trying to learn American accent as soon as possible. I'll bring more important videos for you. Till then, please take care of yourself, and please take care of your health as well. It's really very important.